when I communicate with people about flotation tanks, they're kind of worried about my prices being so much better than everybody else's. The thing about manufacturing is that Royal Spa makes swim spas and float tanks and baptismal tanks and hot tubs. And it just seems odd to me that if I build a hot tub with 40 jets and 4 pumps and a cabinet and a cover delivered and installed and set up for $16,000, how could I justify selling a float tank for $30? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So when you talk about the price of what Royal Spa makes, we're going to charge you for the labor that it took to make and the component parts. And since we make all of those component parts, our product is going to be less expensive to make. We haven't cut a single corner on quality. We haven't cut a single corner on the components and the features that you get on the tubs. So we will build you exactly what they want for less than they can make it for. So when we look at a float pod has 7 fiberglass things on it. So it's more expensive to make this than it is to make a float room. So in both cases, you've got a pump, you've got a heater, you've got purification equipment, you've got filtration systems, and you've got maintenance stuff that you need. And so float tanks that cost $30,000 a piece can start out putting you out of business to begin with because your startup costs were too high. With a float tank like this one right here at 8'9" or the one next to it at 9'9", these 2 tanks can hold 1 or 2 people. With these tanks, you're starting out in the $9,000 range. You're adding some glass across the front. You're putting some tile on the wall. You're finishing under $15,000 for a gorgeous room. And so now you've got options. If you're spending $30,000 times 4 tanks, you're at $120,000. You're less than half if you do it my way. Now I can certainly get you a glass door and fiberglass panels that go around it if you want a float cabin. But if you buy a float cabin, it isn't helping people with claustrophobia. You need to make a float room a part of the room. And that's what makes you successful, by solving the problems that the industry has with claustrophobia. Not with these, with cost of manufacturing, not with us. With the cost of opening your facility, not a problem when you work with Royal Spa. So give me a call,